In today's episode, we'll show you a bit more of what we get up to in the winery and out in the vineyards, and take a look at some beautiful scenery around Margaret River. Waiting for work to start sampling the wines.
So unfortunately, one of the big parts of growing wine in this part of the country is something called African lovegrass.
You're welcome.
We put in at least a couple of hours every week in pulling that out. It's
Wretched in weeds. We've grown to a fundamental dislike of African lovegrass, if you will.
you start to really hate it with kind of vicious and kind of scary passion. Anyway, we're going to be hitting, I think the vineyard that we're doing today is one of the white wines. I think it's the Chardonnay. So hopefully all of our back-breaking effort is going to result in some yummy grapes. This is our trusty steed.
That I have to drive because...
I'll drive it.
I am the most adept at driving manuals.
She's a feisty old bitch.
Like me!
The ute, I mean, yeah. Oh, she's a beauty. Alright, let's rock.
I have to sit so far forward, it's not even funny.
Yeah, the clutch is about half a K away.
And I've got short little legs.
So this is African lovegrass. I mean, it's mixed in with other grass, so it isn't maybe obvious to you, but you can tell it has these like slightly different colored blue-green leaves, and these like stalks that have the seeds on them. And it's an absolute pain in the ass because these ones are actually growing right underneath the vine, and this one's literally at the base of the vine, taking up nutrients. The root systems of these things goes down a good, like, they can go down nearly half a meter. Like, they can be pretty vicious. So we're going to pull them out.
It's not my favourite thing to do at all, but it needs to be done.
No, this totally sucks.
It needs to be done for the betterment of the barnberry wines.
Yeah, going to have some beautiful grapes next season.
Look how happy he is. He found some lizards. Look at them baking in what little sun Margaret River has to offer.
We've both been getting more involved with the winery. Christina's been working in the cellar door, and I've been taking care of things outside. The winemaker has also been guiding us on taking care of the wine in barrel. One of the perks of living on a winery is that the winemaker here has a bunch of harebrained schemes, and this is pure blueberry juice because he bought like 3.5 tons of blueberries that was sitting out the back, and they pressed it this morning, added a bit of sugar, and it's mind-blowing. It's ridiculous how good it is. Oh yeah, that's just stuff. Oh, it's even steaming as well.
This was an interesting side project. The blueberries were put into a steel tank to ferment, the same way that wine grapes are to make blueberry wine. What we're doing here is removing the berries from the tank, then putting them into a press to squeeze all the remaining liquid out of them. The wine was then filtered and essentially ready to be consumed. However, in this case, the wine was sent to a local distillery to be distilled down to make gin, similar to a brandy or cognac. Somebody's got a case of blueberries in their shoe.
Got blueberries in my boots. I smushed it against my head when I was in the tank. And this was a different experiment. Instead of fermenting the berries to make wine, fresh berries were added to pure alcohol as a flavour infusion to make a blueberry liqueur. Because this batch was very small, we broke out the old press to again squeeze the liquid from the berries to increase the yield. This one was a complete pain in the ass and in the back, but we got there and were left with a strange, boozy blueberry brick.
We were also lucky or unlucky enough to be involved with a sizable bottling run. It's quite a big day with all hands on deck at all times. We really wish we could have filmed more to show you how it all works, but we literally couldn't turn our backs on the machinery because those bottles of wine kept coming and they don't stop coming.
I timed our progress throughout the day. Christine and I were at the end of the run, and we were boxing 12 bottles of wine every 22 seconds, almost all day. One little mistake or timing error and it all goes wrong very quickly. At least it wasn't too noisy. $7 a.m., 7 p.m, 12 hours in those trailers, bottling how many thousand litres of wine?
About 10,000 litres of wine, all bottled, labelled, boxed, put on pallets and put in the warehouse. 12 hours of that.
Cheers.
Well, I'm going to be here, but yeah, I'm not going to plan.
Knackered. On our days off and when the weather allows it, we've been exploring some sites around the Margaret River region, with rolling green hills for the sheep and cows, national parks with towering eucalypts, and a dramatic coastline with high cliffs and beaches and world-renowned surf breaks. The ringnecks are a very common parrot in Western Australia, and we were lucky enough to see some dolphins playing in the surf.
And one of the things that's best about the West, watching the sunset over the ocean. If you like our videos, please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.